This is Miranda. She's for sale in this group. I will tag the link to her ad below. She is a 5-year-old cutting bred mare. She did have cutting training as a 2- and 3-year-old. Then she stood out in somebody's pasture for like 2.5, almost 3 years. A lot of people had questioned us about her getting her head up in the air when she stopped. Well, her teeth were really bad. So we've knocked the rough edges off of her teeth and we've put her in a little set of rings just to kind of reinstill that headset. But you also have to remember that she was standing in somebody's pasture for, well, like 2.5 years, so. This mare is 5 years old and she is priced at $5,000. She's guaranteed sound. She's really, 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 really athletic. She's never offered to buck or rear up. I don't think she would be for a beginner though, because she's only had cutting training and she's just had a couple rides since she's been turned out for a long time. So when we first got her, her teeth were pretty sharp, and she really wanted to throw her head up, and this is her first ride since we've had them done, and this is her first ride in rings. So we just have the rings on her to kind of reinstill getting her head back down. We just didn't want to trap her in a set of rings prior to this with her teeth being bad. Like, there's no point in restricting one when they have an issue. So now that the issue's been taken care of, we can kind of start to restrict her and break the habit. She said, "Hey Charlie, there's a giant hole there." We normally ride at the arena, but we have been riding her here today just because we wanted to get the rings on her and kind of really start to work on her headset. So this mare does stay barefoot. That's better. She's wanting to start to back up. Before, she wasn't backing up at all. She was just throwing her head in the air, and at least now she's starting to back up again. Again, her teeth were really bad. They actually had never been floated. When the guy came out here, he said that she still had a wolf tooth. So she was 5 years old with a wolf tooth. We stepped her up just a notch. And she is ready to start on the barrels. We've actually taken this mare through the barrels and she'll lope them. So we haven't had any issues with her. What was her name? Every time she does that, I want to be like, does she bray or does she neigh? Does she bray or neigh? I love it. She's got like the throatiest neigh ever. She's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know. It kills me.
She's got like that old horse that's like 80 years old. That's been sitting in the pasture.
We call her Miranda, as in Lambert. She's a little feisty, and she possibly is a chain smoker.
She's got long hair.
She does have long hair. It is nice. Anyway, she'll continue to be used in the feed yard. Super, super nice mare. I really wish somebody would buy her now and go ahead and start her on the barrels, because you can lope her through now and she looks amazing, but she's not actually patterned.